Most of you been doing the journey of the Ja Morant build. Y'all know, we end up bringing this build to 3v3 Pro and having fun. We brought the build to the rec, we went crazy. We even brought it to the park and we end up having so much fun. As I told you, when I make builds, I try to make the builds the best to the ability so they can last a long amount of time so you don't have to make a newer version until like later in the year if you really want to. But as I'm playing with my Ja Morant build over the past few months, and it's been a nice little 6-7 months since the game have came out, I noticed it was only a few things that I would tweak on this build, and the only thing really was major was the defensive aspect on this build. And you guys know I usually don't make builds with low perimeter defense or no defense at all, but this may be the lowest perimeter defense I had all year, and it was actually somewhat fine until it got to a point when you run around chasing 6'9s, it gets hard to start guarding them, especially being at 6'3. But as of the finishing aspect on this build, it is great. But when it comes to the shooting is around average. I can say it's cool. You can hit very consistently with an 85 3-pointer, even with an 83 3-pointer. But mainly the main aspect of this build is slash. The playmaking is actually good, but when it comes to the pass accuracy, you could have went to 80, but it's just based on how you feel. But as of all the new information we know we need at least an 80 to 86 pass accuracy on this game. 92 is the highest I would recommend if you're going to go super high on pass accuracy. But look, when it comes to the defense aspect, it's all right. But when it comes to these badges, I got 22, 20, 26, and 19. Now, you looking at these badges, you're like, all right, this cool, this seemed cool. But when you look at the actual finishing badges I have on, since I have double core badges on finishing, I have my limitless takeoff cord and my posterizer cord on silver. And some of you guys might be asking, why do you not have a posterizer cord on gold? It just takes so long to get it on gold, to get it cord. But hey, as of the Hall of Fame area wizard, a lot of you guys like, bro, why you even have that badge on? I got a lot of contact dunks using this badge. I did drop a video showing you how abusive this badge can be if you got the right teammates and y'all know how to use it, because you can really get some contact alley-oops every single time. But a lot of you guys always ask me what jump shot you use on this build. As of the jump shot, this is the OG jump shot I usually use. LaMelo Ball, Oscar Robertson, John Wall, 60-40, max speed. This is what I've been using since patch 1 and it's still been using. It's green. It's literally the jump shot I use as a go-to. But as of the secondary jump shot, I have Kevin Porter Jr., Oscar Robertson, John Wall, 60-40, max speed. And it's literally a very consistent jump shot as the LaMelo Ball base, but I am more consistent with the LaMelo Ball base than the KPJ. I don't know what it is with KPJ. It is faster, but the thing is, it gets some weird hitches sometimes. Sometimes I get a stop and then get a weird hitch and it just be throwing me off sometimes, I'm gonna be honest. But another thing y'all guys are also asking me, what dribble moves do I use on my Ja Morant build? I don't really change my sigs up. It's very rare that I'm gonna change my sigs up. There's only like maybe 2 sigs I'm gonna change, and it's my moving crossover and my behind the back. Most of the time I'm gonna change my moving crossover. It's between using Russell Westbrook or I'm gonna use James Harden, and that's my behind the back is between Allen Iverson or Damian Lillard. That's the only 2 things I really changed with my sigs. I did try out Trae Young this year. I really wasn't messing with it. Steve Francis is way better, and it's get better speed boost animations if you really want to do that type of dribbling. But look, we are now in the My Player Builder. This is where it really goes down. This is where you're going to see the Ja Morant build 2.0. As of the build, you're already going to start out. The build is going to be a point guard. As of the hand, it's up to you, but I'm going right-handed. I like my right-handed players. I don't know what it is. When I play with left-handed players, it just feels weird. But as of the jersey number, you're going to go with 12. His height will be 6'3". I will not change this. As a 6'3" and 6'1", you get more attributes versus a 6'2" and a 6'4". And that's the crazy thing about this year when it comes to making builds. You got to make sure you pick the right height. Sometimes you might want to make a 6'5" build, but the 6'5" build is not better than the 6'4" or the 6'6" when it comes to attribute wise. But as of the build, it's going to be 6'3", 185 pounds, 6'9" wingspan, and you're going to make the body type solid. You could go defined or something like that, but I prefer solid. If you're going to go defined, make sure you make the build a little smaller, like 170 or something like that. But as of the finishing on this build, you're going to have a 93 driving dunk, an 85 driving layup, and you're going to have a 70 close shot. The only thing that's different on this build for the actual finishing is the close shot. I had a 67 close shot, now I have a 70. It's something about that 70 threshold. It makes it way easier to hit floaters, standing layups, things like that. But as of the badge count you get 20 badge upgrades, but also you're gonna see I get Aerial Wizard Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, I get Posterizer on gold, Limitless on gold, I get literally Slithery on gold. I'm telling you, with this now, with that extra little, you know what I'm saying, it's about the same, but it's gonna feel a little bit different. And as of my original build, I had an 85 3-pointer, but I dropped it down to 83 because I really don't be using my Limitless range on silver because I have finishing double court, so that leaves me not to have a core badge on shooting, so I don't even have to core anything. So I end up using Agent 3s on silver versus me even equipping Limitless on bronze. That's just up to you. That's the only thing that's gonna separate it based on if you got those core patterns. If you don't got the core patterns, hey, you can go with the 85 75 rock out with it, it will be no problem. Core agent 3s, and you will be all good. But when it comes to the playmaking part of this build, I stopped at 79. I should have went to 80. 80 would have been perfect. 80 pass accuracy is cool for me because I do play park, I do play rec sometimes. But now, the more I started playing pro-am and rec, I noticed I needed at least an 86 pass accuracy so I can end up getting those passes down the court a little faster. So 86 pass accuracy, 95 ball control, so you get Hall of Fame unpluckable. If you don't care for Hall of Fame unpluckable, you can drop your ball control to a 92 if you want, but also as of the speed with ball, you can go with 75 off the rip, but if you go up to 76, you get an extra badge point. So you'll have 24 instead of having 23 if you end up throwing an extra badge point on the speed with ball at 76. So look, as you got 23 playmaking badges, that is good enough. You could throw an extra 2 extra playmaking badges if you want to, but now, like I told you, the defense, I don't want to be on a build with no defense. This is decent enough defense on a guard build to play defense. A 78 perimeter defense versus a 70 what I had on my original Ja Morant build is a big difference. Plus, I have an 85 still. That is the same thing I had. Now, only thing that's really going to be different is the rebound. I had a 70 rebound on my original build. Now, this build only has 60, but it's cool. I sacrificed my rebounds to have perimeter defense on this build. Now, as of the physicals, I have a 77 speed, an 88 acceleration. That's the only thing that's going to be a little bit different because I had a 92 acceleration, an 82 vertical, and a 92 stamina on this build. As of the badge count being 20, 18, 23, and 19, it's looking good to me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, y'all might end up dropping a defense, putting no block, no rebound, nothing like that. I understand. But as of the actual takeovers you get all the scoring takeovers with playmaking take. You get slash and shot, finish sharp, play take. But as of the name of the build y'all used to seeing inside out shot creator, the two-way inside out shot creator. As of the name, you know it's very rare to see the playmaker names unless you have that 86 pass accuracy. So you're gonna be an inside out playmaker, and this is one of those names from old 2Ks that was very hard to get. Like you had to make the build very, very weird just to get this name. But hold on, this is not it with this build. As I showed y'all how this build would look, if you end up tweaking a few things to this build, tweaking just a few things, and like I told you, if you tweak the playmaking as the ball handling, and then you tweak a little of the mid-range, you're gonna see a whole different outcome. As we're having a 92 ball control on this build now, you're gonna end up having 22 badges, but if you end up raising that speed with ball up to 76, you'll have 23. And then now, you got a 75 mid-range and an 83 three-pointer. The 83 three-pointer is the same, but the 75 mid-range is going to give you an extra badge point. Now, the badge count is going to be 20, 19, 23, and 19. The same thing, but I have an extra shooting badge on this build just by lowering my playmaking on my ball control to 92. So now I don't get unpluckable on Hall of Fame. Even though unpluckable Hall of Fame is amazing, I can still make it work with gold. But look, as you see, I have my acceleration up higher. I have a 90 acceleration now and an 85 vertical, so I can get pro, small, and elite contact dunks on this build. And I get the name inside out playmaker. But look, I'm gonna tell you this now, this build is literally 2 times better than what my build was. Only thing that's a little bit different is the shooting as the three-pointer. But look, if y'all boys enjoyed this video, y'all want to see this Ja Morant build, hey, make sure y'all drop a like on this video, subscribe. Hey man, it's 2 videos on the screen, turn on those notifications, and I'm out, y'all.